Good evening, folks. We are back for yet another late night live stream, starting late once again. Because of me, your idiot host, Deha. Now, because of my tardiness, we're gonna be only doing this for a little bit. What's up? Hello, Team Milba. Thank you. The best part is that it's royalty free. Come on, game. You can show up. There you go. Wait, wrong overlay. My bad. There we go. Much better. Here we go. So last time we were in the middle of cross-examining Miss Clown over here. Are we playing Pikmin on stream? I don't know, honestly. I still haven't decided. Because the game I'll be playing after this will be Persona, methinks. Persona 3, because right now that's being on hold while I think of what to play on Sunday. So that'll resume once I finish this. Pikmin seems like a fun game to go through, though. Okay. Trying to figure out what are we doing here. 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 when Shisho's body was found. We're standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Okay. Before Uendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky, who was in the yard, but the door was wide open so he could keep watching the dressing room. Okay. Door was wide open.
Hold it!
So the murder must have happened sometime in those 20 minutes, correct? 20 minutes isn't a lot of time, is it? I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's what happened, you know? Isn't that right, Simon? Yes, Geru and I can both confirm that Master Tornado still lived at around 4 p.m. Oh yeah, you can, can't you? See? I really wish she got that Poppy Playtime ass balloon animal off of her arm. I don't like the way it stares at me. Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room.
Hold it!
Were you now? The fact that the two of you were in there in front of the dressing room means you were able to see everyone who went in and out, right? Of course. Or are you insinuating that I was daydreaming or sleeping while standing up or something? No, of course not. I saw everything, I tell you. Fine. Well, you say anyway, but did you really? The only person who had gone in there was Bucky.
Hold it!
Only the defendant and Wendell entered around the time of the murder? That's right. That's why it must have been Bucky who killed poor Shisho. And not window. Why? Let's take a deep breath, okay, Geru? So, not a single other person set foot in the dressing room during that time. I already told you over and over, didn't I? There was nobody else. Just apologize on the lawyer's behalf. Even her memory is that of a spring chick's. Please overlook her transgression as best you can. Oh, I see. Oh, poor thing. Hang in there, sweetie. Hey, who are you calling a bird brain, buddy? If anything, Simon is the bird brain here. Where is Taka anyway? I was in the yard, but the door was wide open.
Hold it!
You know what this means, right, Geru? You weren't in the hallway the entire time after all, were you? Well, okay, so I did go out into the yard, but it was just for a second. The yard door was wide open, so I could still see the dressing room the whole time. The door was open, so she could still see the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, I need you on the stand again, please. What am I, your lady-in-waiting? You remember anything about the time Geru was in the yard? Simply that Jugemu buried the food he couldn't finish in the corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Thank you. I didn't really need to hear about the dog again, though. When I finished refeeding Jugemu, I returned to the hallway. And then I saw Bucky go into the dressing room. No question about it. Okay, so around the time of the murder, Geru and Simon were hanging out just outside the dressing room. Guess I'm gonna have to find a flaw in there somehow if I want to get anywhere. I think for this cross-examination, the secret is in the diagrams, yeah? So... they were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Okay. She was in the yard, but the door was wide open, so she could keep watching the dressing room. What am I looking at here? Window discovered the victim's body upon entering the room after Bucky left. Before Bucky came to the theater, Geru was outside feeding her dog a number of dumplings. The dog buried his leftovers in the yard. So, I'm guessing the thick white bar is the door, right? And it's showing how far the door swings open. Now, if the door was wide open and she was feeding the dog dumplings, how the hell was she able to see in her dressing room? That way. So I think that's what's wrong here.
Objection!
I hope I'm right about that. I mean, I did pick the right thing, but the reasoning is a whole other story. So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard. Is that correct? That's right. The door out into the yard was wide open. Sorry, but that makes zero sense. Take a look at this diagram of the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony. Oh? I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sykes. What contradicts the witness's testimony? Do I just pick the yard? Or do I pick how the door swings open? I think I'll pick the door. Arch. Whatever you call it. Okay. Good, I'm not an idiot. Geru was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open. Yep. Oh, I see. Yes, if the door to the yard was wide open, as Geru said, it would have blocked her view, making it impossible for her to see the dressing room. What? No way. But even if there were, admittedly, a few moments Geru was not keeping watch, how much would that really affect this case? It would greatly affect the case. In the spot Prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Eek! Ooh, the double slam. Geru, why didn't you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? What?
Objection!
Hide the fact. You speak as though you'd think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight. Right, witness? Well, I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused, that's all. Even though she was trying to keep a brave front as an entertainer. The truth is that she's being torn apart by grief. For her mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yes, it must be very difficult indeed. To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. But that wasn't what I was trying to do. It is beyond your comprehension. Oh, is it beyond your comprehension, defense? Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. And if we asked the people of this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree. What? The gallery doesn't have a say in this. Are you afraid to find out that they think ill of you, or that perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with that keen sense of hearing you are so proud of. That's right, that was harsh. You didn't have to go that far. I feel kind of sorry for the witness. Why is the lawyer's outfit so yellow? Oh, not the yellowness. No, I was just trying to find the truth. Why is the whole gallery siding with Prosecutor Sadmati? They're not siding with him, they're siding with the clown. They are down the clown. Absolutely down horrendous for the Khaleesi. The people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong. The lawyer is still in training, isn't she? Why is she all by herself? I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts. They fucking hate me. I feel so alone up here, fighting by myself. Are you afraid, child? It is ludicrous to come to trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. Got a little pouty face. It's pretty cute. I can't give up. I have to. Keep pressing on. Also, what the fuck, somebody? You can't just command someone to leave. What gives you that authority? As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Geru's testimonies. Even now, we continue to resist. You are childless in defeat as well, I see. I'm not out for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started. Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? With but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair. A little push, such as with this piece of conclusive evidence. Conclusive evidence, huh? That is correct. We found a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime. The victim's dying message, which clearly implicates the accused, Bucky Wet. Look at all these Japanese playing cards, known as karuta, lined up on the table. These special English version karuta cards spell out a message. That message? Wet number 4. Number 4? The fuck does number 4 mean? You mean wet noodle number 4? Oh. Right, because he's the 4th in line. Yes, wet noodle number 4, as the 4th head of chef of wet soba is also known. This message points to none other than the accused, Bucky Wet. No! That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? What? Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. This is really, really bad. What do I do? What do I do? Would you still carry on your futile flight in face of this irrefutable evidence? You can say whatever you want, but we won't know until we... It is cruel to give the accused false hope. You will only compound the suffering. Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree? Wow. It's just the bully Athena courtroom, huh? What? You're trying to prove Mr. Wet's innocence here. No, you can hear them. No, you can hear them. Defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused soul. It is time for you to let it go and move on. You inexperienced lawyer. You lack the competence with which to accomplish anything meaningful here. Is he right? Is this too much for me to handle on my own? Now, defense, leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy River.
Silence!
Oh, shit. Are you... This isn't the lawyer's desk, right? Like, is he just doing this pose on the podium? He's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena. What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man. Simon! Wait, he's just here, okay. Damn, Simon on this side? Never thought I'd see the day. And you fopdoodles in the gallery. Can't a man watch a trial in peace? This inexperienced amateur is about to turn the trial around. And in this courtroom is starting to change. Mosquito Blackwell? What are you doing at the defense's bench? That's what I'm saying. I grew bored of watching from the gallery. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to the spring chick and lose my favorite soba shop in the process, I would be quite cross. You voluntarily stand on the side of impunity and sin? Truly, what a fool you are. I'm getting tired already. This is not good. To think you were so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks. Whatever happened to qualified and capable of you? I just won't let my guard down a little bit. But it won't happen again. You give up your loins. Oh, give up. Oh my god. No, keep your loins, Athena. Just gird them up. Gird up your loins and steel yourself for battle. I'm not girding up anything in this skirt. But I am ready to get serious. Seems there's now yet another soul I must cast down to hell. I was in prison for a long time. And hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest. Well, the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you'll surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. A white and black reverse panda, that is. You shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule. What is this? Is this Sadmati's thinly disguised fetish? A threat like that won't work on Prosecutor Blackwell. After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life. Who are you calling a panda? Sorry. As you are both prepared to face the fires of damnation. Geru, thank you for your service. You may step down now. No more Geru. Oh, excuse me. Okie dokie. Bye bye balloon. Here she goes. Does everything have to be about balloons with her? Now then. I have a witness prepared to testify about the character cards. And who was this witness this time? Is it the other disciple? The first to discover the body and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Uendo Tornado, time has come for the ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on. Now, you better find a better catchphrase, man. Very well, let's bring in this witness then. Hello? Is an interesting face. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Ooh, what is this? What is this track? Kind of funky. I am the Rakugo storyteller, Wendo Tornado. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I will certainly watch my words. I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested. After all, that'd be a Raku no-no. Hehehe. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Can't leave yet, you just introduced yourself. My. Are you a fan of mine, miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment. How? What do you think you're doing? No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan, after all. Ha ha ha. A fan for a fan. Nice one. Hee. Oh, why, if it isn't Simon, how are you on this fine day, sir? What a deal of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say? I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, Wendo. Never performed in a place like this, you know. I got butterflies here, can't you see? Hee. Why do I always get the weird ones? Athena, this is Ace Attorney. Everyone's a weird one. Pardon me, witness. Much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we better return to the case at hand. I suppose you're right. In that case... I was promoted to Futatsume yesterday and received the stage name of Wendo. The show was our way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing. Yee! What is this? And then that happened. Ooh. I never dreamed of something like that. That happened, not in a million years. Wendo is very gender. I dig him. Just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shisho too. Yeah, plus I'm worried about Geru. Geru looks so normal without her nose. The way she clung to Shisho, poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip. Stiff like a rigor mortis. Keep telling those lame jokes and Shisho will come scold you from the grave. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again. Okay, this guy just talked to himself? Is that like a bit, or does this guy like actually have multiple personalities? I mean, in Rakugo, like that's what you do, right? You like exaggerate your voice acting and mannerisms, right? I don't know. Wendo, please, as charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage. Let's hear your testimony now, witness. Yo, money, what's up? Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused's guilt. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff cards were right there next to the stiff, you see. Stiff? The stiff cards next to the stiff? Hey now, anyone with the... Enough with the silly puns already, hee hee. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. That was the Master's final message, left as he was drowning in soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple wasn't his style. Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of characters performed by this witness was absolutely splendid. But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. And Wendo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet. So how can you say the victim was drowned in soba broth? It's obvious. All you should do is look at the crime scene. He was found with his face shoved into a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in broth for the noodles. Except we're not here to assume things, Wendo, so please just stick to the facts. My. It's so like a soba chef to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? With the Carter message she left behind, it's clear Bucky Wet did it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now. Dog message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence. Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused. Even I've got to admit that I can't see how that message can mean anything else. Bucky used soba for the deed. Hope to get back the soba shop deed. I am sleepy. This be the shortest stream yet? Maybe I can't even go to an hour. Yo, I am like yawning. My eyes are drooping. We'll see. This testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something. Oh, Blackwell's just staying here. He can do that? This is conclusive evidence. What a farce. What do you mean, Simon? What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help. I mean, while you're here. I did, and I won't, thank you very much. Someone must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. Alright. See if my half-asleep brain can do this. when you saw the cards on the table, what made you think they were Master Tornado's dying message? Well, it was the coded message right there next to the body. I'm sure anybody would have thought that they were there to name his killer. I love murder mysteries and often watch them on TV. Oh, I see. Saw a similar scene during a murder mystery marathon last Tuesday. That's what made me think this must be a dying message.
Hold it!
This is a long cross-examination. Cards were dumped on the table. Your master's body was slumped to the right. It must have been surprisingly calm to notice them at the time. Stiff chords were right there next to the stiff. What is the stiff? Wouldn't that have been more natural to notice the victim rather than the cards? Stiff cards are right there next to the stiff. Yes, but that fact hardly seems significant enough to make a person take note of them. Apologize for all this yawning and pausing. So basically, there was no real reason for them to catch your eye, was there?
Hold it!
That's right, I need you to give your testimony, not perform a scene. Please remember you're at the witness stand, not the stage. Look at all these wonderful people in the audience. It's only natural for an entertainer to want them to have some fun. Guess we can let a few jokes slide, right? Oh, the inevitable bleeding of your work into other areas of your life. I know how it is. I myself being unwittingly judgmental of my personal life too. Right, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Well done, I guess you can't judge by its cover. Oh. I advise the defense not be so critical of the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Much obliged, hee.
Hold it!
Guards do spell out wet number 4. Could be interpreted as wet noodle number 4, I guess. Suppose you took this to mean Bucky wet? There's only one wet noodle around here, and you've seen that giant four in his back. It's the only interpretation that makes sense. Yeah, I guess so. But wait a minute. What is it? What if there's another wet noodle in the area? What? Did I say something strange? Bookie is the sole heir to the shop. So enough with the ludicrous raw grasping. Here I thought I'd have a solo case. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Just listening to the testimony again and find the glaring inconsistency.
Hold it!
Victim lined up those cards in the final moments. Picture? So the victim lined up those cards in the final moments? You'd be so certain that's how it went down. I know, Shisho. You would never let someone get the last word on him, even in death. With his face in sober broth and his consciousness still floating away. Left a message that pointed toward Bucky as he left his world. It's the only way it could have happened. Wait, the only way? No, you're just speculating. Look, a dying message is something you leave as you're dying, right? I saw signs like that in the detective show. Window, we have a saying in my country, silence is more precious than diamonds. Please do not speak any more than is necessary. Talking is my livelihood, you know? Talk all the time, this and that, truths and untruths. I can't stop talking. I can't stop myself from talking. Please stick with the truths and not any of those untruths. Alright.
Hold it!
Don't you think it's strange? Could a dying person really leave such a convoluted message? Even in the throes of death, it was Shisha's nature to throw in a twist somehow. Really the consumer entertainer till to the very end, don't you think? Was he really that grave of a man, Simon? No easy test, that's to be sure. Who knows? He wasn't an entertainer before. For 45 years, for nothing. Never savor a big one like that. I'll leave a message as good as she shows. Hee hee. Well, let's hope it never comes to that. Simon, are all Rakugo artists like him? It's hard to say. It'd simply be the eccentricity of an entertainer, or perhaps he's hiding something. Well, he doesn't seem to entertain people. He doesn't have to entertain people in a court of law. If he is trying to hide something, maybe it'll show up as a contradiction or something? We'll figure that out next time, because holy shit, my brain needs sleep. It's like screaming at me, go to sleep, you idiot. So, I will end stream for tonight. This is embarrassingly short. Not even like 50 minutes. Alright, well, I will save here. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I apologize for starting so late. I'll try my best to get some more time with y'all later. Damn. It's just, I've had a busy day. Not much time to like prepare. You know how it is. Thank you for understanding. See you, Money. Thanks for stopping by. Always nice to see you around. Alright, folks. Have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be well. I'm gonna have a great time sleeping. I'll see you later on Sunday for a surprise game. Who knows what I'll play? You better find out. You know what? I think part of the reason why I'm so sleepy right now is goddamn OST for cross-examination. I remember in what game was it? Dual Destinies had the same track for cross-examining people, and holy shit, I fell asleep a lot in those streams too. Well, I didn't fall asleep, but I was getting drowsy. Anyway, that's my theory.